If you have tried multiple churches and multiple experiences have been harmful or unhelpful, at what point does find a better church stop being advice and start being gaslighting? Because if I told someone in a bad relationship, just find a better partner after their fifth bad relationship, they'd reasonably start asking whether the pattern was the problem and not the individual instances. They might say there's something broken with the system, with my environment. Maybe even there's something I need to change, sure. But you wouldn't just automatically push it again on them. That would be toxic. They might need some time away. They might need some time to heal. They might need some time exploring something else other than marriage. And I think that can be the same thing here in this church situation, is when you just keep saying, well, it's a blanket good thing. Well, no, it's not always a blanket good thing. And even if you believe that God is all good and Jesus is all good and the scriptures are all good, okay, well, we're still presenting them our own ways within the walls of a church. And God does not endorse every single pulpit in the world. So we can't just say church is automatically going to be good. And it's disingenuous to pull this, well, you weren't really harmed by church, or that's because they weren't a real church or the right one, or you just need to find a better one along the road. That's missing the whole point. And honestly, it's being dismissive of the concerns that people have had. If it's your first time ever hearing about church hurt, I would excuse you for saying maybe you just need to find a different church. Even if it was your second or third time only hearing these stories, I'd say, all right, I get it. I get why you still think the majority are good. But like we talked about, there have been a lot of resources in the last 10 years that have come out about deconstruction, about de-churchifying America, about disentangling doctrine and going through all this stuff. Yeah, you get the idea, right? We have had all of this where you start listening to these stories, and how many exceptions can there be to the rule before the rule is flipped?